Hello everyone. In this lecture we are going to see class 10th basic mock test CBSE. Now first of all let us look at the instructions. So the time duration is 3 hours and the maximum marks are 80. Now the question paper has 5 sections A, B, C, D and E. Section A has 20 MCQs carrying 1 mark each. Section B has 5 short answer questions carrying 2 marks each. Then section C has 6 short answer questions carrying 3 marks each. Section D has 4 long answer questions of 5 marks each. Section E has 3 source based or case based or passage based integrated units of assessment of 4 marks each with subparts of values 1, 1 and 2 marks each respectively. All the questions are compulsory. However, an internal choice in 2 questions of 2 marks, 2 questions of 3 marks and 2 questions of 5 marks have been provided. An internal choice has been provided in 2 marks questions of section E also. Now you need to draw neat figures wherever required and take pi as 22/7 wherever if not stated. Now section A is a multiple choice question section and it carries 1 mark. Now let us have a look at the questions. So have a look at question number 1. First question is, if 2 positive integers a and b are written as a as pq square, b as p cube q square, where p and q are prime numbers, then we need to find LCM of AB. Now look here, we are given a to be equal to pq square and b is given to be p cube q square. So अगर आपको LCM चाहिए a और b का, then least common multiple means you have to take the maximum power. अब p की पावर 1 है a में और p की पावर 3 है b में, so we will take p cube. q की पावर सेम है दोनों में, so maximum power will be 2, so p cube q square will be the LCM, that is B option. Question number 2 is, if a and b are 2 positive integers such that least prime factor of a is 3 and least prime factor of b is 5, तो आपको least prime factor किसका बताना है? a plus b का. अब देखो a का आपको लीस्ट प्राइम फैक्टर 3 दिया हुआ है, तो इसका मतलब ये हो गया, अब लीस्ट प्राइम नंबर वैसे आपका 2 होता है पर इसमें लीस्ट प्राइम फैक्टर 3 है. दिस इंप्लाइज 2 इज नॉट अ फैक्टर ऑफ a, राइट? तो 2a का फैक्टर नहीं है. अगर 2a का फैक्टर नहीं है, दैट मीन्स a इज एन ऑड नंबर, सो a इज ऑड. सिमिलरली b का लीस्ट प्राइम फैक्टर आपको 5 दिया है. अब अगर सबसे छोटा प्राइम फैक्टर 5 है तो इसका मतलब फिर से ये हो गया कि 2 इज नॉट अ फैक्टर ऑफ b. इज इट ऑल राइट? तो अगर 2 b का फैक्टर भी नहीं है, इसका मतलब b इज ऑल्सो ऑड. अब देखो अगर दो नंबर्स ऑड हैं तो जो सम होगा ऑड प्लस ऑड, दिस विल बी एन इवन नंबर, और इवन नंबर का लीस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर हमारा प्राइम फैक्टर 2 होता है. So that means least prime factor of a plus b will be 2. So here least prime factor is 2 because a plus b is even. So C option is correct. Moving on, question number 3. If 2 is a root of this equation x square plus ax plus 12 equal to 0, और इस quadratic equation x square plus ax plus q equal to 0 has equal roots, then you need to find q. सबसे पहले फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन लेते हैं, एक्स स्क्वेयर प्लस ए एक्स प्लस 12 इक्वल टू 0. आपको दिया है कि 2 इज अ रूट, सो अगर 2 इसका रूट है दैट मीन्स 2 विल सेटिस्फाई दिस इक्वेशन. दैट मीन्स x की जगह अगर हम 2 पुट करते हैं तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड विल बी इक्वल टू राइट हैंड साइड. सो उसको सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं. 4 प्लस 2a प्लस 12 इज इक्वल टू 0, which means 2a is equal to minus 16, so value of a is minus 8. अब जो सेकेंड इक्वेशन है दैट इज एक्स स्क्वेयर प्लस ए एक्स प्लस क्यू इक्वल टू 0. सो लेट अस प्लग इन द वैल्यू ऑफ ए एज माइनस 8. ए को माइनस 8 पुट कर दो तो इक्वेशन बन गई एक्स स्क्वेयर माइनस 8x प्लस क्यू इक्वल टू 0. इस इक्वेशन के बारे में कहा है कि इस इक्वेशन के जो रूट्स हैं दे आर इक्वल. नाउ इफ द रूट्स आर इक्वल, डिस्क्रिमिनेंट इज इक्वल टू 0. डिस्क्रिमिनेंट मीन्स बी स्क्वेयर माइनस 4ac, जिसमें a है एक्स स्क्वेयर का कोफिशिएंट जो कि 1 हो गया, b is coefficient of x which is minus 8, c is constant term which is q. तो पुट कर देते हैं. सो माइनस 8 स्क्वेयर minus 4 times 1 into q is 0. That means 64 is equal to 4 times q, which gives you the value of q as 16. So here we have B option correct. Question number 4. The graphs of equations 5x minus 15y equal to 8 and 3x minus 9y equal to 24 by 5 are two lines. तो आपको बताना है कि लाइंस कैसी होंगी. आप देखो इसके लिए हम रेशियोज कैलकुलेट करेंगे a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2. सो वी हैव फर्स्ट इक्वेशन एज दिस और सेकेंड इक्वेशन है 3x माइनस 9y इज इक्वल टू 24 बाय 25. सो a1 a2 हमारे पास x के कोफिशिएंट्स हैं दोनों इक्वेशंस में, सो द रेशियो इज 5/3. b1 b2 y के कोफिशिएंट्स हैं, सो इट इज माइनस 15 ओवर माइनस 9. कैंसिल करो, माइनस कैंसिल हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, 3 5s are 15, 3 3s are 9, so this ratio is also 5/3. C1 C2 is the ratio of constants, which is 8 divided by 24 by 5. That means 8 times 5 over 24. So again cancel out, 8 1s are 8, 8 3s are, so again the ratio is 5:3. That means a1 upon a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2 तीनों ही 5/3 हैं. So we get a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. अगर हमारे पास ये कंडीशन होती है तो दैट मीन्स वी हैव इनफाइनाइटली मेनी सॉल्यूशंस. और इनफाइनाइटली मेनी सॉल्यूशंस तब होते हैं व्हेन लाइंस आर कोइंसिडेंट, दैट मीन्स व्हेन वन लाइन इज ऑन टॉप ऑफ द अदर, राइट. सो दैट मीन्स हियर बी ऑप्शन वुड बी करेक्ट. मूविंग ऑन, लेट अस हैव अ लुक एट नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 है प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू कंसेक्यूटिव इंटीजर्स इज 240. द क्वाड्रेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ अबव सिचुएशन इज. अब कोई भी दो कंसेक्यूटिव इंटीजर्स जैसे 2 3 10 11 टाइप्स होते हैं, मतलब उनमें डिफरेंस 1 होता है. तो अगर आप एक x ले रहे हो तो सेकेंड विल बी x प्लस 1, तो उनका प्रोडक्ट मतलब x into x plus 1 is given to be 240. So that means here A option will be correct. Moving on, question number 6. Value of A so that point 3 comma A lies on the line represented by this. अब देखो जैसे लाइन की इक्वेशन है 2x minus 3y equal to 5. कोई पॉइंट आपका अगर 3 comma A लाइन के ऊपर लाई करता है, so the coordinates will satisfy the equation. That means we have 2 times 3 minus 3 times A is equal to 5. So that means 6 minus 3A is 5, which gives you 1 is equal to 3A. So the value of A is 1 over 3. That means A option correct. Moving on, question number 7. XY is drawn parallel to the base BC of a triangle ABC, cutting AB at X and AC at Y. So let us take a triangle ABC. So suppose this is the triangle ABC. तो आपके पास XY is drawn parallel to BC. So that means ये आपके पास X हो गया और ये Y हो गया. So we have XY is parallel to BC. Then you are given AB is 4 times BX. So we are given AB is 4 times BX. एक तरह से ये कह सकते हो कि रेशो AB upon BX is equal to 4:1. और फिर आपको YC दिया है 2 सेंटीमीटर्स. दिस इज गिवन टू बी 2 सेंटीमीटर्स. वी नीड टू फाइंड AY. सो ये आपको निकालना है. तो एज्यूम कर लेते हैं लेट AY बी इक्वल टू X. अब देखो बिकॉज वी हैव XY पैरेलल टू BC, सो द साइड्स विल बी प्रोपोर्शनल. दैट मीन्स यू विल हैव AB ओवर AX ओवर BX ले लो, बिकॉज हमें रेशो AB ओवर BX दिए. सो जो दिया है उसके हिसाब से हम लेंगे. सो AB ओवर BX विल बी इक्वल टू, अब देखो यहाँ पे अगर कंप्लीट AB ले रहे हो लेफ्ट साइड पे, तो राइट साइड पे यू विल हैव टू टेक कंप्लीट AC, राइट, एंड डिवाइडेड बाय अगर BX लिया है तो here we will take YC. Now let us see. AB upon BX is 4:1. So this implies we have 4 upon 1 is equal to. Now AC as you can see would be AY plus YC. तो इसको अगर हमने X लिया है, so this will be X plus 2 and YC is 2. Now cross multiply. 8 is equal to X plus 2. So that means we get X to be equal to 6. So that means value of AY is equal to 6 centimeters. That means C option would be correct. Moving on, question number 8. A, B, C and D, E, F are similar triangles such that twice of AB is DE. तो जैसे एक ट्राइंगल हमारा ये हो गया A, B, C and another triangle is D, E, F. सो ये ट्राइंगल्स हमें क्या दिए हैं, सिमिलर दिए हुए हैं। और इसमें आपको एक रिलेशन दिया है कि 2 times AB is equal to DE. Then we are given that BC is equal to 8 centimeters. So this is BC, this is 8 centimeters. आपको EF बताना है तो इसको हम x centimeters assume कर लेते हैं. Now look here, since the triangles ABC and DEF are similar to each other, so the sides would be proportional. अब देखो यहाँ से हमारे पास AB upon DE की रेशो है, कितनी है? It will be equal to 1 over 2. So let us take the ratio. अगर AB upon DE ले रहे हैं और फिर बात हो रही है BC और EF की, so this will be equal to BC upon EF. So this ratio AB upon DE is 1 by 2. BC is given to be 8 divided by x. So cross multiply, x will be 16. That means we get EF to be equal to 16 centimeters, which is A option, right? Moving on, question number 9. Ninth question is distance between two parallel tangents of a circle of radius 3 centimeters. अब देखो parallel tangents जो हैं, तो because we know radius is perpendicular to the tangent, तो इन tangents के बीच का distance will be this diameter PQ. तो radius अगर आपका 3 है, so PQ will be equal to 3 plus 3, that means it will be equal to 6 centimeters. So A option will be correct. Moving on, question number 10. We are given 2 times cos 3 theta is equal to 1. तो आपने थीटा बताना है. तो देखो यहाँ से cos 3 theta is equal to 1 by 2. अब हमें एक चीज पता है कि cos 60 डिग्री की वैल्यू होती है 1 by 2. So that means we get 3 times theta is equal to 60 degree. So 3 से डिवाइड कर दो तो theta will be equal to 20 degree. That means D option will be correct. Moving on, let's have a look at now question number 11. The angle of elevation of top of a tower at a point on a ground 50 meters away from the foot is 45 degree. तो height of the tower in meters हमें बताना है. अब देखो, suppose we have this as the tower AB and this is a point suppose 50 meters away on the ground. Let the point be C. तो इस point C से tower का angle of elevation हमें कितना दिया है? 45 degree. This is given to be 45 degree. Then you are given, you have to find the height of the tower, that is h. तो ये आपका 90 डिग्री हो गया. तो इस ट्राइंगल में if you take tan 45 degree, it will be perpendicular, that is AB upon base, that is BC. Tan 45 degree is 1, AB is h and BC is 50. So if you cross multiply, we get h as 50. So height of the tower is 50. That means D option would be correct. Question number 12. 12th question में हमें बताना है कि what is secant theta plus cos theta multiplied by secant theta minus cos theta. अब आप देखो जो आंसर है वो किसकी टर्म्स में है? tan और साइन या tan और cos की टर्म्स में. तो सबसे पहले तो आइडेंटिटी अप्लाई कर दो. a plus b, a minus b is a square minus b square. So it is secant square theta minus cos square theta. Now secant square theta we know is 1 plus tan square theta. Or cos square theta is 1 minus sin square theta. Open the brackets. So this is 1 plus tan square theta minus 1 plus we have sin square theta. So 1 minus 1 cancel हो गया. So this is equal to tan square theta plus sin square theta. So that means here C option would be correct, right? In question number 12. Moving on, question number 13. Area of sector of a circle of radius 6 centimeters if the angle of sector is 60 degree. तो आपको एक सेक्टर का एरिया बताना है which is part of a circle, जिसमें suppose this angle is theta and radius is r. So r is given to be 6 centimeters and theta is 60 degree. So area of sector A is given by pi r square times theta over 360 degrees. So let us plug in the values. So we have pi means 22 by 7, r is 6, that is 6 into 6 times theta is 60 and divided by 360. So 0 is cancelled. 6 into 6 is 36. So that means it will be equal to 22 times 6, which is 132 divided by 7. So that means B option would be correct. Now question number 14. A chord of a circle of radius 10 centimeters subtends a right angle at the center. So let us take a circle. In this circle we have a chord. Let us say the chord is AB. Now this is subtending a right angle at the center. Suppose O is the center. So this angle subtended at the center is 90 degree. Alright. और रेडियस आपको ये भी रेडियस है, ये भी रेडियस है. सो दिस रेडियस इज गिवन टू बी इक्वल टू 10 सेंटीमीटर्स. आपको बताना है एरिया ऑफ माइनर सेगमेंट. सो माइनर सेगमेंट का एरिया मतलब ये शेडेड एरिया हमें चाहिए. सो दिस विल बी एरिया ऑफ सेक्टर माइनस एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट अस ऑब्टेन एरिया ऑफ सेक्टर. सो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू पाई आर स्क्वायर टाइम्स थीटा ओवर 360 डिग्री, राइट. That means it will be equal to 100 say pi times r square means 100 और थीटा है हमारा 90 and divided by 360. So ये कैंसिल करो, 9 4 जा 4 से कैंसिल करते हैं, this is 25. So that means area of sector is nothing but 25 pi और pi आपको बोला है लेना है 3.14. So if you multiply this will be 78.5 centimeter square. Now let us obtain area of triangle ABC, OAB, right? ये वाला. तो क्योंकि ये एंगल 90 डिग्री है, it will be half base into height, so it will be half of OA, तो height OB हो जाएगी. That means it is half of R square. So R is 10, so this will be 100 over 2, that is equal to 50 centimeters. So therefore area of sector. This will be segment, area of segment हमें चाहिए. This will be equal to area of sector which is 78.5 minus area of triangle which is 50. So this will be equal to 28.5 centimeter square, which is D option, right? Moving on, question number 15. A ticket is drawn from a bag containing 100 tickets numbered from 1 to 100. So your sample space is the set containing numbers 1, 2, 3 up till 100. The probability of getting a ticket with a number divisible by 10. तो टोटल एलिमेंट सैंपल स्पेस में हमारे पास 100 हैं. अब फेवरेबल कौन से होंगे आपके? मान लो ई इवेंट है गेटिंग अ नंबर डिविजिबल बाय 3, राइट, डिविजिबल बाय 10. सो अगर 10 से डिविजिबल आपको नंबर चाहिए तो इट विल बी 10, 20, 30 एंड सो ऑन अप टिल 100. सो नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स इन ई वुड बी इक्वल टू 10. सो प्रोबेबिलिटी विल बी number of elements favorable to E divided by total number of elements in the sample space. So this is 10 over 100. That means the probability is 1 by 10, which is B option. Moving on, let's have a look at question number 16. So for a symmetrical frequency distribution, आपने बताना है. Symmetrical तब होता है जब आपकी ऐसे proper bell shape curve बनती है. तो इस केस में हमारे पास मीन, मीडियन और मोड तीनों इक्वल होते हैं. सो दैट मीन्स हियर सी ऑप्शन वुड बी करेक्ट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 17. मैक्सिमम वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ कोन दैट कैन बी कार्व्ड आउट ऑफ अ सॉलिड हेमिस्फेयर ऑफ रेडियस आर. अब देखो अगर आपके पास एक हेमिस्फेयर है, सपोज वी हैव अ हेमिस्फेयर लाइक दिस, तो सबसे बड़ा कोन आप कैसे निकाल सकते हो? वो ये वाला कोन बनेगा इस तरीके से. This will be the cone जिसकी हाइट आपकी क्या हो जाएगी? रेडियस ओनली, राइट. सो अगर हम एक मैक्सिमम वॉल्यूम ऑफ कोन की बात करते हैं तो उस कोन की हाइट विल बी इक्वल टू आर एंड रेडियस विल बी इक्वल टू सेम एज रेडियस ऑफ हेमिस्फेयर. सो रेडियस विल बी इक्वल टू अगेन आर. अब देखो कोन के वॉल्यूम का फॉर्मूला होता है 1/3 पाई आर स्क्वायर एच. तो एच भी आर के इक्वल हो गया. So it is 1/3 pi r square into r. That means it is 1/3 pi r cube, which is C option. Moving on, let's have a look now at question number 18. 18th है mean of first 10 multiples of 6. All right. तो first 10 multiples of 6 होंगे क्या? जैसे 6, 12, 18 and so on. तो ये हमें कितनी टर्म्स लेनी है? 10 टर्म्स लेनी है. अब आप नोटिस करो ये एक एपी बन रही है जिसकी फर्स्ट टर्म 6 है और कॉमन डिफरेंस भी कितना है? 6. तो इसमें अगर हमें चाहिए कि सम चाहिए, ऑलराइट, क्योंकि मीन क्या होता है? मीन इज इक्वल टू सम ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस अपॉन नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस. नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस 10 है तो हम 10 टर्म्स का सम निकाल लेते हैं. सो द फॉर्मूला इन एपी इज n/2 into 2a plus n - 1 into d. तो n is 10, so this is 10 by 2 times 6 plus n minus 1 is 9 times, common difference is also 6. So this is 5 times 6 common ले लो, we are left with 2 plus 9. So this is equal to 30 times 11, which is nothing but 330. So mean का formula है sum of observations, which is 330 divided by number of observations, which is 10. So the mean is given by 33, that is B option. अब क्वेश्चन नंबर 19 पे चलते हैं. इट इज assertion reason. So assertion आपको एक स्टेटमेंट दी है कि पॉइंट A is on y axis at a distance of 4 units from origin. तो इसका मतलब आपके पास A पॉइंट के कोऑर्डिनेट्स हो गए 0, 4. If the coordinates of point B are -3, 0, तो आपको AB डिस्टेंस बताना है. अब देखो उसके लिए आप डिस्टेंस फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करोगे. इट इज अंडर रूट ऑफ x2 माइनस x1 होल स्क्वायर प्लस वी हैव y2 माइनस y1 होल स्क्वायर. तो वैल्यूज प्लग इन कर देते हैं हम. तो सपोज A है हमारा x1 y1 एंड कोऑर्डिनेट्स ऑफ B आर x2 y2. सो -3 minus 0 means -3 square. Then 0 minus 4 means -4 square. This is equal to under root of 9 plus 16, which is equal to under root of 25, that is equal to 5 units. तो वही हमें दिया हुआ है. That means हमारी जो assertion है वो क्या हो गई, true हो गई. अब रीजन ये दिया है distance between two points A and B is under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. ये correct है. So reason is also correct. And moreover A is true because of R. So A option will be correct कि both A and R are true and R is correct explanation of A. Is it okay? Now look at question number 20. For any two positive integers A and B, HCF of AB into LCM of AB is A into B. This is true. ये direct result है जो कि true है. अब reason है HCF of two numbers is 8. So आपको HCF दिया हुआ है 8 और उनका प्रोडक्ट मतलब A इंटू बी इज गिवन टू बी 280. तो LCM क्या होगा? तो लेट अस टेक दिस रिजल्ट ओनली दैट HCF इंटू LCM इज इक्वल टू A इंटू B. सो HCF इज 8 इंटू LCM इज इक्वल टू 280. तो दैट मीन्स हमारे पास LCM आना चाहिए 280 डिवाइडेड बाय 8 विच इज नथिंग बट 35. पर ये बोल रहे हैं कि LCM 40 है, तो दैट मीन्स दिस विल बी फॉल्स. रीजन इज फॉल्स. सो A is true, R is false, that means C option will be correct, right? So this was question number 20. Now let us move on. We come to section B. Section B comprises of 5 questions of 2 marks each. तो let us see now section B. सेक्शन बी में क्वेश्चन नंबर 21 है ऑन कंपेयरिंग रेशियोज A1 अपॉन A2, B1 अपॉन B2, C1 अपॉन C2. फाइंड वेदर द लाइन्स रिप्रेजेंटिंग पेयर ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशंस इंटरसेक्ट एट अ पॉइंट आर पैरेलल और आर कोइंसिडेंट. अब ये आपको देखो लाइन्स दी हुई हैं, तो इसमें हम निकालते हैं पहले A1 अपॉन A2 जो कि x के कोफिशिएंट्स की रेशो है 9 अपॉन 18 विच इज 1/2. देन कैलकुलेट B1 अपॉन B2 विच इज रेशो ऑफ कोफिशिएंट्स ऑफ y 3 अपॉन 6 जो कि फिर से 1/2 है. फिर कांस्टेंट टर्म्स की रेशो C1 अपॉन C2 12/24 इज अगेन इक्वल टू 1/2. सो देयरफॉर वी गेट A1 अपॉन A2 इज इक्वल टू B1 अपॉन B2 इज इक्वल टू C1 अपॉन C2. तो अगर ये कंडीशन होती है सो वी गेट इनफाइनाइटली मेनी सॉल्यूशंस. और ये कब होते हैं? व्हेन वन लाइन इज ऑन टॉप ऑफ द अदर. दैट मीन्स व्हेन वी हैव coincident lines, right? So therefore here the lines will be coincident. Question number 22. In the figure AB is parallel to DE. तो ये आपका जो AB है that is given to be parallel to DE. और आपको दिया है BD is parallel to EF. तो ये BD line किसके parallel है? EF के parallel है. So you have to prove that DC square is CF into AC. Now सबसे पहले हम ये लेते हैं कि AB is parallel to DE. So if the lines are parallel, corresponding sides would be proportional. तो यहाँ पे देखो बात DC की हो रही है और AC की हो रही है, तो हम वही रेशो लेते हैं. So DC upon AC, this will be in the ratio EC upon BC. तो ये हमारे पास पहला रिजल्ट आ गया, राइट? फिर हम इस कंडीशन को लेते हैं कि BD is parallel to EF. All right. Now we consider this triangle. See, ये इतना ट्राइंगल हम लेंगे, सिर्फ इस ट्राइंगल को कंसिडर करेंगे, दिस ट्राइंगल. तो इसमें आपके पास ये दो साइड्स क्या हैं, पैरेलल हैं, तो कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग साइड्स वुड बी प्रोपोर्शनल. सो अगेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट DC और CF की बात कर रहे हैं. तो DC अपॉन CF वुड बी इक्वल टू EC डिवाइडेड बाय DC ले रहे हो तो BC लेना पड़ेगा. सो हियर इट विल बी BC, right? The complete side. See, here the complete side is DC, so here the complete side will be BC. और अगर हम CF ले रहे हैं तो we'll be taking CE. So we have this. अब आप नोटिस करो यहाँ पे कि हमारे पास है DC अपॉन AC is EC अपॉन BC, और यहाँ पे हमारे पास EC अपॉन BC चाहिए. तो यहाँ पे क्या करोगे, रेसिप्रोकल ले लो. Let us take reciprocal over here. So if you take reciprocal, we are getting CF over DC is equal to CE या EC कुछ भी कह सकते हो over BC. Now look here, this is also EC over BC, this is also EC over BC. So let us call this as 1, this as 2. So from 1 and 2 what do we get? तो 1 और 2 से हमें ये मिल रहा है कि DC upon AC would be how much? This will be equal to CF upon DC. So if you cross multiply, we get DC square is equal to CF into AC. So that is what we had to show. Now या फिर इसका और वाला पार्ट कर सकते हैं. तो और वाला पार्ट इसका क्वेश्चन नंबर 22 का है. In the adjoining figure, two triangles ABC and DEF are on the same base BC, in which angle A and D are 90 degree. So आप देख सकते हो ये वाला एंगल AB 90 है and this angle D is also 90 degree. If CA and BD meet each other at E, then we have to show this result. अब देखो इसमें हम दो ट्राइंगल्स लेते हैं. Let us take triangle ABE and triangle we take DCE, right? अब इसमें आप नोटिस करो हमारे पास एंगल A और एंगल D बोथ आर इक्वल एंड दे आर गिवन टू बी इक्वल टू 90 डिग्री. और देखो वर्टिकली अपोजिट एंगल्स इक्वल होते हैं, तो यहाँ पे एंगल AEB विल बी इक्वल टू एंगल DEC. तो दो एंगल्स इक्वल हो गए, तो हमारे पास AA रूल से जो ट्राइंगल्स हैं वो क्या हो जाएंगे, सिमिलर हो जाएंगे, राइट? सो ट्राइंगल ABE एंड DCE विल बी सिमिलर बाय रूल AA. अब अगर ट्राइंगल सिमिलर हैं तो कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग साइड्स वुड बी प्रोपोर्शनल. सो AE अपॉन BE दिस वुड बी इक्वल टू DE अपॉन CE. इज इट ओके? ये क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर लो. सो वी गेट AE टाइम्स CE is equal to BE times DE. So that is what we had to show. Now let's have a look at question number 23. In the given figure, from a point P, two tangents PT and PS are drawn to a circle with center O such that angle SPT is 120. अब ये complete angle SPT जो है आपको 120 डिग्री दिया है. You have to prove that OP is 2 times PS. So look here, this is OP and this is PS. तो आपको इनमें रिलेशन निकालना है. अब कंप्लीट एंगल अगर SP 120 डिग्री है, दिस होल एंगल इज 120, तो आपको पता है OP विल डिवाइड इट इनटू 2 इक्वल पार्ट्स, सो दिस विल बी 60 डिग्री. ऑल्सो रेडियस इज परपेंडिकुलर टू टेंजेंट, सो दिस विल बी 90 डिग्री. सो लेट अस कॉन्सेंट्रेट इन ट्राइंगल OPS. अब देखो इसमें 90 के अपोजिट वाली साइड OP हाइपोटेन्यूस हो गई, और PS जो है जिसके ऊपर 60 और 90 बन रहा है दैट इज बेस. अब कौन सी रेशो है जो बेस और हाइपोटेन्यूस को रिलेट करती है? कॉस. सो लेट अस टेक कॉस 60 डिग्री विच इज इक्वल टू बेस अपॉन हाइपोटेन्यूस. कॉस 60 डिग्री की वैल्यू है 1/2, बेस इज PS एंड हाइपोटेन्यूस इज OP. सो क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई वी गेट OP इज इक्वल टू 2 times PS. So that is what we had to show. Question number 24 now. Evaluate करना है cos 45 डिग्री divided by secant 30 डिग्री, जिसको आप लिख सकते हो 1 upon cos 30 डिग्री, और 1 upon secant 60 का मतलब हो गया 1 upon cos 60 डिग्री. So this is equal to cos 45 डिग्री times cos 30 degree and plus we have cos of 60 degree. Cos 45 degree is 1 by root 2, cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2 and cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. So that means we have root 3 over 2 root 2 plus 1 by 2. तो LCM ले लो 2 root 2. So therefore the value will be root 3 plus root 2 divided by 2 root 2. या फिर अगर आप चाहो तो इसको रैशनलाइज भी कर सकते हो, जैसे अगर रैशनल डिनोमिनेटर में आंसर देना है, so we will multiply numerator and denominator by root 2. So answer can also be written as root 6 plus root 2 into root 2 it will be 2 and divided by 4. So the answer can also be root 6 plus 2 by 4. Now question number 25. 25th question is an umbrella has 8 ribs which are equally spaced. So these are the ribs that they are talking about. Okay, so these are the ribs, right? ये हमारे पास umbrella के ribs हैं. So assuming umbrella to be a flat circle of radius 45. So you can see that it is like a flat circle जिसका radius हमें दिया है 45 centimeters. Find the area between two consecutive ribs of the umbrella. So that means आपको ये एक सेक्टर का एक तरह से एरिया निकालना है, area between two consecutive ribs, right? So this area is to be obtained. तो उसके लिए आपको एंगल चाहिए. अब कंप्लीट सर्कल में एंगल सबटेंडेड इज 360 डिग्री और 8 रिब्स हैं which are equally spaced. So that means theta will be equal to 360 degree divided by 8 which is nothing but 45 degree. तो एरिया ऑफ सेक्टर जो है दैट इज गिवन बाय पाई आर स्क्वायर टाइम्स थीटा ओवर 360 डिग्री. तो वैल्यूज प्लग इन कर दो. सो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू पाई की वैल्यू ले सकते हो 22 by 7, r is 45, so we have 45 times 45 multiplied by theta is 45 divided by 360. ये कैंसिल होके आपका 1 by 8 आ जाएगा. ये 2 से कर सकते हो 4 and this is 11, right? So this would be equal to 2275 and divided by 7 4s are 28. So on dividing this will give you approximately 795.53 centimeter square. So that will be the area of one sector or area between two consecutive ribs. अब इसका और वाला पार्ट देखते हैं. What is the diameter of a circle whose area is equal to sum of areas of two circles of diameters 10 and 24 centimeters. तो जैसे फर्स्ट सर्कल C1 लेते हैं, उसका डायमीटर आपको 10 सेंटीमीटर दिया है, सो रेडियस विल बी हाफ दैट इज 5 सेंटीमीटर्स. दूसरा सर्कल C2 है, इट्स डायमीटर से D2 इज 24 सेंटीमीटर्स, सो रेडियस विल बी इक्वल टू हाउ मच 12 सेंटीमीटर्स. अब जो न्यू सर्कल है, इट्स एरिया इज इक्वल टू सम ऑफ एरियाज. अब A1 एरिया हो जाएगा आपका पाई R1 स्क्वायर और इस सर्कल का एरिया इज इक्वल टू पाई R2 स्क्वायर. तो न्यू सर्कल का एरिया, मान लो वो सर्कल C3 है, इट्स एरिया इज गिवन टू बी A1 प्लस A2. दैट मीन्स इट इज इक्वल टू पाई R1 स्क्वायर प्लस पाई R2 स्क्वायर. दैट मीन्स इट इज इक्वल टू पाई टाइम्स R1 square plus R2 square, which is equal to pi times 5 square plus 12 square. So this will be equal to how much? Pi times 25 plus 144 169. That means it is pi times 13 square. अब देखो सर्कल का एरिया पाई आर स्क्वायर होता है, तो इसका मतलब इस सर्कल का जो रेडियस है r, that will be equal to 13. तो आपको इसका डायमीटर बताना है, दैट विल बी 2 times r, so 13 2s are, that means 26 centimeters would be the diameter. Now we come to section C. This section comprises of 6 questions of 3 marks each, right? Now question number 26 हम लेते हैं, जिसमें प्रूफ करना है 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. तो स्टार्ट ऐसे करोगे, एज्यूम कर लो, let 3 plus 2 root 5 be rational. सपोज ये हमारे पास एक रैशनल नंबर है. वी नो दैट रैशनल नंबर कैन बी रिटन इन द फॉर्म p by q. सो लेट इट बी ऑफ द फॉर्म p by q where p and q are co-prime. Alright, that means there is no common factor in between them, they are integers and q is not equal to 0. अब देखो यहाँ से हम 2 root 5 ले सकते हैं p upon q minus 3. Is it okay? So that means this is equal to LCM ले लो p minus 3 times q over q. So root 5 is equal to p minus 3q times 2 times q. Now look at this. यहाँ पे हमारे पास p और q कोप्राइम्स है और साथ में क्या है, इंटीजर्स है. तो यहाँ पे ये वाली जो टर्म है, बिकॉज p and q are integers, so this will be a rational term. This is rational whereas root 5 is irrational, which is a contradiction. So here we get a contradiction that left hand side is irrational and right hand side is rational. Therefore our assumption is wrong. So therefore 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational, right? So we prove this result by contradiction method. Moving on, question number 27. Write the family of quadratic polynomials having minus 1 by 4 and 1 as its zeros. अब देखो, जब आपको polynomial लिखना होता है, family of polynomials, it is of the form a times x minus alpha, x minus beta, where alpha, beta are zeros or roots. So alpha is minus 1 by 4 and beta is equal to 1. So this can be taken as a times x minus minus plus 1 by 4 and then x minus 1. अब इसको सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं. यहाँ पे 4 LCM ले लो. So this is 4x plus 1 times x minus 1. So therefore it is a by 4 times, let us multiply, it is 4x square minus 4x plus x minus 1. A by 4 is another constant which can be taken as, say, capital A. So this is now 4x square minus 3x minus 1. So this will be family of polynomials क्योंकि यहाँ पे a आपका कोई भी constant हो सकता है. Question number 28. Solve the pair of linear equations root 2x minus root 3y equal to 0, root 3x minus root 8y equal to 0 by substitution method. अब substitution method में हम क्या करते हैं, एक इक्वेशन से एक वेरिएबल की वैल्यू निकाल के दूसरे में सब्सटीट्यूट करते हैं. अब जैसे यहाँ से रूट 2x हो गया रूट 3 टाइम्स y, सो वी कैन सब्सटीट्यूट से x विच कैन बी टेकन एज रूट 3 ओवर रूट 2y. अब ये x की वैल्यू हम सब्सटीट्यूट करेंगे सेकेंड इक्वेशन में, विच इज रूट 3x माइनस रूट 8y इज 0. तो लेट अस सब्सटीट्यूट दिस वैल्यू ऑफ x ओवर हेयर. सो वी गेट रूट 3 टाइम्स रूट 3 ओवर रूट 2y, राइट, एंड माइनस रूट 8y, दिस इज इक्वल टू 0. So we get 3 over root 2 y. This can also be written as 2 root 2 y. This is equal to 0. यहाँ पे LCM ले लो root 2. So we get 3y minus 2 2s are 4y. This is equal to 0. That means minus y cross multiply कर लो is 0. So we get y as 0. अब देखो, अगर y 0 है तो इसमें plug in करते हैं. So x will be equal to root 3 upon root 2 times 0, which is again 0. So the solution is given by x is equal to 0, y equal to 0. Moving on, question number 28 का second part है. A 2-digit number, alright, is 4 times the sum of its digits. If 18 is added to the number, the digits are reversed. Find the number. तो हमारे पास जो ओरिजिनल नंबर है, let us assume that उसके हमारे यूनिट प्लेस पे x है और टेंस प्लेस पे y है. सो द नंबर ओरिजिनल वुड बी इक्वल टू 10y plus x. Now you are given that the number is 4 times the sum of digits. That means first equation is 10y plus x is 4 times x plus y. इसको सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं. So 10y plus x is equal to 4x plus 4y. That means we get 6y is equal to 3x or we get 2y is equal to x. That means x can be taken as 2 times y. अब second condition क्या है? If 18 is added to the number, the digits are reversed. That means we are given original number plus 18 will be equal to reversed number, right? Where digits are reversed. Reversed digit number. So that means we have 10y plus x प्लस 18 इज इक्वल टू, जब डिजिट्स रिवर्स करोगे तो यूनिट प्लेस पे y आएगा, टेंस प्लेस पे x आएगा. सो द नंबर विल बी 10x प्लस y. सो दैट मीन्स वी गेट 9y प्लस 18 इज इक्वल टू 9x. 9 से डिवाइड करो, सो y प्लस 2 इज इक्वल टू x. x इज 2y, सो लेट अस रिप्लेस. ये x की वैल्यू हम यहाँ प्लग इन करते हैं. सो दिस इज 2y, So 2 is equal to y. So y की value 2 आ गई. So x will be equal to 2 times 2, that is 4. So original number जो था हमारा, that was equal to 10y plus x. So that means it is equal to 10 times 2 plus 4. So that means the original number is nothing but 24. Moving on, let's have a look at question number 29. So question number 29 है, in the adjoining figure a quadrilateral ABCD is drawn to circumscribe a circle. Circumscribe का मतलब है कि जो quadrilateral की sides हैं वो circle को touch करती हैं. तो आपने prove करना है AB plus CD is AD plus BC. अब मान लो ये circle sides को touch कर रहा है at points P, Q, R and S. Now look here, we have a result कि external point से अगर हम tangents draw करते हैं so they are equal in length. So जैसे अगर आप A point लेते हो तो ये दो tangents draw हो रही हैं AP और AS. So we have AP is equal to AS. फिर अगर हम इसी तरह से ये लेते हैं B से, तो B से दो tangents कौन सी draw हो रही हैं? BP and BQ. So we have BP equal to BQ. अब देखो हम C से लेते हैं, तो C से दो टेंजेंट्स ड्रॉ हो रही हैं CR और CQ. सो दे विल बी इक्वल. सो वी हैव CR इक्वल टू CQ. फिर D से आप देखो दो टेंजेंट्स DS और DR ड्रॉ हो रही हैं. सो DR एंड DS विल बी इक्वल. सो वी हैव DR इज इक्वल टू DS. इन सारी इक्वेशंस को आपस में ऐड कर दो. सो वी हैव AP प्लस BP इज प्लस CR plus DR is equal to how much? This is equal to AS plus BQ plus CQ plus DS. Now look here, what is AP plus BP from the figure? It is AB. Then what is CR plus DR? It is nothing but CD. Then AS plus DS, if you look at the figure, this is nothing but AD. And similarly, BQ plus CQ is equal to BC. So that is what we had to show. So we are using the result, tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Now question number 30, आपने prove करना है ये result using this identity that secant square theta is 1 plus tan square theta. So let us start from left hand side, which is equal to sin theta minus cos theta plus 1 divided by sin theta plus cos theta minus 1. अब देखो सीकेंट टैन वाली आइडेंटिटी यूज करनी है, तो उसके लिए आपको सीकेंट टैन में इन टर्म्स को लाना पड़ेगा. सो लेट अस डिवाइड न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर बाय कॉस थीटा. सो वी गेट लेफ्ट हैंड साइड टू बी इक्वल टू साइन अपॉन कॉस विल बी टैन थीटा माइनस कॉस थीटा ओवर कॉस थीटा इज 1 एंड 1 अपॉन कॉस थीटा इज सीकेंट थीटा. सिमिलरली डिनोमिनेटर विल बिकम टैन थीटा प्लस 1 माइनस सीकेंट थीटा. अब देखो इसको हम ऐसे लिख सकते हैं, न्यूमरेटर में tan थीटा प्लस सीकेंट थीटा कंबाइन कर लो. अब देखो ये जो आपके पास 1 है, सो वी हैव दिस आइडेंटिटी, तो इसको हम ऐसे इंटरप्रेट कर सकते हैं ना कि सीकेंट स्क्वायर थीटा माइनस tan स्क्वायर थीटा इज इक्वल टू 1. तो ये वाला जो 1 है, लेट अस रिप्लेस इट बाय सीकेंट स्क्वायर थीटा माइनस tan स्क्वायर थीटा. डिनोमिनेटर हमारे पास वही है, tan थीटा प्लस 1 माइनस सीकेंट थीटा. ऑलराइट, अब देखो यहां पे इसको फैक्टराइज कर लो. सो वी हैव tan थीटा प्लस सीकेंट थीटा माइनस, इसको फैक्टराइज करेंगे तो वी हैव सीकेंट थीटा प्लस tan थीटा इनटू सीकेंट थीटा माइनस tan थीटा. राइट, एंड दिस होल थिंग इज डिवाइडेड बाय द सेम टर्म विच वी हैव, विच इज tan थीटा plus 1 minus secant theta. Now notice one thing, in the numerator this factor secant theta plus tan theta is common. So let us take this factor common, which is secant theta plus tan theta. Now what is left? हमारे पास बचता है 1 माइनस, अब क्योंकि यहाँ पे माइनस है तो यहाँ पे दोनों टर्म्स के साइन चेंज होंगे, तो इट विल बी माइनस secant theta plus tan theta. So this is divided by tan theta plus 1 minus secant theta. अब आप नोटिस करो this factor and this factor is the same, right? So these factors get cancelled with each other. We get secant theta plus tan theta divided by 1. अब again 1 can be written as secant square theta minus tan square theta. So let us do that. So this 1 can be written as secant square theta minus tan square theta. डिनोमिनेटर को फैक्टराइज कर लो, a plus b a minus b, तो secant theta plus tan theta कैंसिल हो जाएगा. We will have 1 upon secant theta minus tan theta which is equal to right hand side, right? So this is what we had to prove. Now question number 30th का और वाला पार्ट. तो इसमें हमें दिया है कि साइन थीटा प्लस कॉस थीटा इज इक्वल टू √2. वी नीड टू इवेल्युएट टैन थीटा प्लस कॉट थीटा. अब देखो टैन कॉट को पहले साइन कॉस में कन्वर्ट कर लेते हैं. सो दिस इज साइन थीटा अपॉन कॉस थीटा. दिस विल बी कॉस थीटा अपॉन साइन थीटा. लेट अस टेक एलसीएम ओवर हियर. सो वी हैव कॉस थीटा साइन थीटा and numerator is sine square theta plus cos square theta. You know the identity that sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So it is 1 upon cos theta into sine theta. That means आपको cos theta into sine theta की वैल्यू चाहिए, जबकि हमें ये वैल्यू दी हुई है. तो sin theta cos theta निकालने के लिए what we can do here is squaring both sides. तो इसकी स्क्वेयरिंग कर लेते हैं. तो a plus b होल स्क्वायर का फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करोगे. So we will have sine square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sine theta cos theta is equal to √2 का square is 2. Now this is equal to 1. So we have 1 plus 2 sine theta into cos theta is equal to 2. That means 2 times sine theta into cos theta is 1. So we get value of sine theta into cos theta as 1 over 2. तो यहाँ पुट कर दो 1 upon 1 over 2, that means 2 will be the required answer, right? Moving on, let's have a look at question number 31. A group consists of 12 persons out of which 3 are extremely patient, 6 are extremely honest and rest are extremely kind. तो जैसे 12 persons हैं जिनमें से आपको 3 दिए हैं extremely patient, then you are given 6 are extremely honest and rest are extremely kind. तो कितने बचे? 3 और बचे. So they will be extremely kind. अब क्वेश्चन ये है, a person from the group is selected at random. Assuming that each person is equally likely to be selected, find the probability of selecting a person. पहला पार्ट करते हैं, probability that the person is extremely patient. तो extremely patient हमारे पास favorable 3 हैं, total 12 हैं. So the probability will be 1 by 4. Second part is we need to find the probability that the person is extremely kind or honest, right? So extremely kind कितने हैं? 3. Extremely honest कितने हैं? 6. So this will be 6 plus 3 and total are 12. So this will be 9 over 12. That means the required probability is 3 by 4. Next we come to section D. This section comprises of 4 questions of 5 marks each. Now have a look at question number 32. 32 is, if the price of a book is reduced by ₹5, then a person can buy 5 more books for ₹300. So you have to find the original list price of the book. तो वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स में यूजुअली जो हमें निकालना होता है हम उसको एक अज्यूम कर लेते हैं. So let us assume, let the original price, okay, of one book be equal to X rupees. All right. अब देखो यहाँ पे नंबर टोटल हमारे पास मनी कितनी है? 300. So number of books आप कितनी बाय कर सकते हो? So number of books bought can be equal to 300 divided by X. ये हमारी ओरिजिनल सिचुएशन है. So this is the original situation. Now the new situation is that if the price is reduced by ₹5, that means new price of one book. Alright. Now this is equal to how much? It is reduced by 5, so it is ₹X minus 5. Now number of books that can be bought, they are how many? They are saying we can buy 5 more books. Is it okay? So that means this will be equal to original number of books which was 300 by x plus 5. अदरवाइज आप देखो नंबर ऑफ बुक्स आप कितनी खरीद सकते हो. यहां से अगर हम देखें ऑल्सो नंबर ऑफ बुक्स विल बी इक्वल टू money is the same, that is 300, and now price of each book is x minus 5, so this will be the number of books that can be bought. So these two are equal to each other. So we have the equation 300 upon x plus 5 is equal to 300 over x minus 5. That means we get 5 is equal to 300 over x minus 5 minus 300 divided by x. अब right side पे we can take 300 common, so we have 1 over x minus 5 minus 1 over x. यहाँ पे cancel भी कर सकते हो. 5 1s are 5, 6 are 30, so this is 60. So that means 1 is equal to 60 times, take LCM over here, x minus 5 into x. So we get x minus of x minus 5. If you open the brackets in the numerator, x will get cancelled. 60 into 5 will be 300 and divided by x minus 5 into x. So we have cross multiply. So we get x square minus 5x is equal to 300. That means minus 300 equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. Let us split the middle term. So x square minus 20x plus 15x minus 300 is equal to 0. From the first two terms, x is common, x minus 20. Then you have 15 common, again x minus 20 is equal to 0. So we get x plus 15 times x minus 20 is equal to 0. So that means either x will be equal to minus 15, which is rejected because it is the price of one book, right? So second case will give you x as 20. So यही हमें निकालना था. तो original price of one book is rupees 20. That will be the answer. Moving on, question number 32 का और वाला पार्ट है. The perimeter of a rectangular field is 82 meters and area is 400 square meters. Find the length and breadth of the rectangle. अब जैसे आपके पास ये rectangle है, so suppose the length is L and the breadth is B. So the perimeter is given by the formula 2 times L plus B. तो perimeter 82 है, so 82 is 2 times L plus B, divide by 2, so 41 is equal to L plus B, right? तो यहाँ से आप B कह सकते हो is equal to 41 minus L. अब देखो आपको क्या दिया है. Area is given to be 400 square meters. Area is length into breadth, which is 400. So let us substitute the value of B, which is 41 minus L. This is equal to 400. That means 41L minus L square is equal to 400. So the quadratic equation formed would be L square minus 41L plus 400 is equal to 0. Let's split the middle term. So L square minus 25L minus 16L plus 400 is equal to 0. From the first two terms, L is common, L minus 25 minus 16, L minus 25 is equal to 0. So we get L minus 16 into L minus 25 is 0. So that means either L will be 16 or L will be equal to 25. अब देखो first case में अगर L 16 है, so B will be how much? 41 minus L, right? So B will be 41 minus 16, that means it will be equal to 25. So या तो अगर लेंथ 16 है तो ब्रेथ 25 हो गई, ये कह सकते हैं, या फिर अगर लेंथ 25 है तो ब्रेथ विल बी 41 minus 25, that means breadth would be equal to 16. So basically जो dimensions है rectangle की, they are given by 16 meters and 25 meters, right? Now let's have a look at question number 33. 33rd question is that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, then prove that the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. And using above result, we have to find x from the adjoining figure. Now first part of the question is that you have to show if in a triangle a line is drawn parallel to one side, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Suppose we have this triangle and we draw DE parallel to BC. Is it alright? So we have DE parallel to BC. Now consider triangle ADE and we consider triangle ABC. Now you can see in these two triangles, first of all, angle A is equal to angle A. Moreover, angle D and angle B will be equal because they are corresponding angles as these two lines are parallel. So we have angle ADE to be equal to angle ABC. So two angles are equal, so by AA rule the triangles would be similar. So triangle ADE is similar to triangle ABC by AA rule. We know that if triangles are similar, then corresponding sides are proportional. So we have AD upon DB will be equal to AE upon EC, right? So this is the first part of the question. Now how we are going to use it to find x from this figure? Now in this, let us name this figure as say A, B, C and D. Alright, and suppose these diagonals are meeting at point P. Now what we do is we draw this line EF parallel to DC and AB. So this we draw parallel. So what are we doing? We are draw EF parallel to DC and which is parallel to AB. Now first of all, look at triangle DAB. Alright, in this you can see this EP is parallel to AB. So the corresponding sides would be proportional. So what do we have? EP parallel to AB. So corresponding sides means DE upon EA would be equal to DP upon PB, right? We have this. Let us call this relation as 1. Next we consider this triangle DAC, this triangle. Alright, now we are considering triangle DAC. In this you can see your EP is parallel to DC. So we have EP parallel to DC. So the corresponding sides would be proportional. So we have DE upon EA will be equal to CP over PA. Now call this as 2. Now in 1 and 2 you can see the left hand sides are same, DE over EA. So right sides would also be equal. So from 1 and 2 we are getting that DP over PB is equal to CP over PA. Now plug in the values. DP is 3, PB is x minus 3, then CP is x minus 5 and PA is 3x minus 19. Cross multiply. So we get 3 times 3x minus 19 is equal to x minus 5 into x minus 3. That means we get 9x minus 57 to be equal to x square minus 8x plus 15. So we get here quadratic equation as x square minus 17x plus 72 is equal to 0. So split the middle term. We have x square minus 8x minus 9x plus 72 equal to 0. So the factors would be x minus 8, x minus 9, right? So that means x will be either equal to 8 or it will be equal to 9. So this was question number 33. Now have a look at question number 34. A tent is in the shape of a right circular cylinder up to a height of 3 meters and then becomes a right circular cone with maximum height of 13.5 meters above the ground, right? So the tent is in the shape of, first of all, a cylinder, right, like this, and then after that it takes the shape of a cone, right? So we have a tent in this form. So this is your tent. So we are given that the cylinder is height of 3 meters. So let us take this height of cylinder, say small h. So this is given to be equal to 3 meters. Then the maximum height, that means total height, this is given to be 13.5 meters. So if you take capital H to be the height of cone, then capital H would be equal to 13.5 minus 3. That means it is equal to 10.5 meters. Alright. here also h is also in meters. All right, so this is not in centimeters, so we can take h to be equal to 3 meters, right? Now the question is that calculate the cost of painting the inner side of the tent at the rate of rupees 2 per square meter if the radius of the base is 14 meters. Now look here, radius of the base will be same for cone and cylinder. So this R is given to be 14 meters. So if you have to paint the inner side, you need to obtain the surface area. So surface area of cylindrical part will be 2 pi r h, and surface area of cone, the curved surface area, will be pi r l. Now here we need to obtain L. Look here, this slant height will be L and this is h. So if you consider this ABC, it is a right angle triangle in which L square will be equal to capital H square plus R square, right? So capital H is how much? 10.5 means 21 by 2 you can take. 21 by 2 square plus it is equal to 14 square. Now this on solving will give you to be equal to this, 7 you may take common. So it is like 7 times 3 by 2 square. So that it is easier to calculate, it is 7 into 2 square. So you can see 7 square may be taken common. We have 9 by 4 plus 4. So this is equal to 7 square, 9 plus 16, 25 by 4, that means 5 by 2 square. So L will be equal to 7 times 5 by 2, isn't it? So that means it will be equal to 35 by 2. Now we plug in the values over here. So this is equal to how much? 2 times pi you may take common, r also can be taken common. So this is 2h plus L. अब values put करते हैं. Pi can be taken as 22 by 7, r is 14, then 2 times h is 6 and L is 35 divided by 2. ये cancel करो. This is 2. So this is 44. LCM ले लो यहाँ पे. 2 नीचे आ जाएगा. 12 plus 35. So that means this is equal to 22 times 47, which is equal to 1034 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर. अब देखो ये सरफेस एरिया है. अब आपको कॉस्ट बतानी है. सो कॉस्ट ऑफ पेंटिंग 1 square meter is rupees 2. So this is again not centimeter but meter square. So let me correct this. This is meter square. So the cost will be 2 times 1034. That means it would be rupees 2068. This will be the cost of painting the inner surface of the tent. या फिर इसका और वाला पार्ट है. A conical vessel of radius 6 centimeters and height 8 centimeters is completely filled with water. A sphere is lowered into the water and its size is such that when it touches the sides, it is just immersed as shown in the figure. Just immersed means कि यहाँ पे ये surface को touch कर रहा है. Okay, जो आपका sphere है. Then you have to find what fraction of water overflows. अब what fraction of water overflows means आपको volume of cone और volume of sphere दोनों निकालना है, and you have to find the ratio of volume of sphere over volume of cone. तो सबसे पहले अगर हम निकालते हैं volume of cone, is it okay? Volume of cone. Let us denote it by V1. So the formula is given by 1 by 3 pi. Now suppose the radius is r. And radius आपको कितना दिया हुआ है? 6. So we are given r to be equal to 6 centimeters, right? So 1 by 3 pi r square. और यहाँ पे जो कोन की हाइट है that we can take as capital H. So 1 by 3 pi r square h. तो values plug in कर दो. It is 1 by 3 times pi. This will be 6 square multiplied by 8. So यहाँ से cancel कर सकते हैं. 36 by 6 is 12. So pi times 12 into 8, which is equal to 96 pi. That is the volume of the cone. अब देखो स्फेयर का अगर आपको वॉल्यूम निकालना है तो स्फेयर का आपको रेडियस निकालना है. यहाँ पे काम करते हैं, कोन के रेडियस को कैपिटल R ले लो. सो हेयर लेट अस denote this by capital R because by small r will be denoting the radius of the sphere. So ये रेडियस जो है आपका स्मॉल r है. अब देखो स्मॉल r निकालेंगे कैसे. फॉर दैट लुक एट दीज टू ट्राइंगल्स. ट्राइंगल VPO and triangle VO dash A, right? So this is O dash, right? And this is O. इनमें अगर आप देखोगे आपके पास एंगल V सेम है, एंगल V इज इक्वल टू एंगल V, और यहाँ पे एंगल VPO दिस इज 90 डिग्री एंड दिस इज इक्वल टू एंगल कौन सा VO dash A, because each is equal to 90 degree. So दो angles equal हो गए, that means triangle VPO is similar to triangle VO dash A. So that means sides would be proportional. अब आप देखो यहाँ पे अगर हम VO लेते हैं, VO upon VA, so this will be equal to OP upon AO dash, right? अब VO कितना है फिगर में देखो, VO will be equal to, like this is small r, ठीक है, इतना पार्ट स्मॉल r है, टोटल हाइट 8 है, तो OV आपका 8 माइनस r हो गया, या VO डिवाइडेड बाय VA. यू कैन सी फ्रॉम द फिगर VA इज द स्लांट हाइट, ये हमें निकालनी पड़ेगी. फॉर दैट लुक एट ट्राइंगल VAO डैश, पाइथागोरस थ्योरम अप्लाई करो. सो यू हैव VA स्क्वायर टू बी इक्वल टू 8 square plus 6 square. This is equal to 64 plus 36, which is equal to 100. So that means we get VA to be equal to 10. तो यहाँ पे ये 10 आ गया. Then OP you can see from the figure is nothing but small r, and AO dash is 6. Let us find r from here. तो यहाँ पे कैंसिल भी कर सकते हो, 2 3s are 2 5s are. Let's cross multiply. So 8 3s are 24 minus 3r is equal to 5r. So that means we get 24 is equal to 8r. So that means radius of sphere is nothing but 3. Alright. So this will be 3 centimeters. अब हम यहाँ पे निकालते हैं volume of sphere. Let me denote it by say V2. So this will be equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So r is 3, that means it is 4 by 3 pi 3 cube. एक 3 cancel हो जाएगा, so this will be 4 pi 3 square 9, that means it is 36 pi. अब आपको बताना है what fraction of water overflows. So fraction of water overflows will be equal to this. So fraction of water overflowing will be equal to volume of sphere, that is V2 divided by volume of cone. So that means it will be 36 pi divided by 96 pi. Pi gets cancelled, 12 3s are 36 and 12 8s are 96. So that means the ratio will be 3 by 8, or this fraction of water overflows. Now let's have a look at question number 35. In a retail market, fruit vendors were selling mangoes kept in packing boxes. These contained varying number of mangoes. The following was the distribution of mangoes according to the number of boxes, right? अब आपको बताना है mean number of mangoes. उसके लिए हम एक काम करते हैं. अब आप देखोगे इसमें क्लास इंटरवल्स कॉन्टिन्यूस नहीं है, सो लेट अस फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कन्वर्ट देम इनटू कॉन्टिन्यूस क्लास इंटरवल्स. तो यहाँ पे क्लास इंटरवल आपका आ जाएगा 49.5 to first will be 52.5, then from 52.5 to you will have 55.5, then from 55.5 to we will have 58.5, from 58.5 to 61.5, and from 61.5 to 64.5. Is it okay? Now let us find the midpoint also. First you may write the frequency if you want. So the frequencies are 15, 110, 135, 115 and 25. अब देखो frequencies बड़ी हैं तो हम इसको shortcut method से करेंगे. तो पहले xi निकालते हैं midpoint of each class interval, right? So we find midpoint of each class interval. So it will be lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So in this case this will be 51, then we have 54, next will be 57, then we have 60 and then we have 63. तो assumed mean हम usually middle xi लेते हैं, so let us take assumed mean to be 57. Then we make a column of ui. Now what is ui? ui is given by xi minus a divided by h, where h is the size of class interval, that is upper limit minus lower limit. तो यहाँ पे अगर आप upper limit minus lower limit लोगे, so h will be equal to how much? 3. So let us obtain this now. 51 minus 57 minus 6 over 3 is minus 2. Similarly, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. Then we make a column of fi into ui. So this would be minus 30. Then we have minus 110, then 0, then 115 and then 50. So this sum will come out to be 25 और यहाँ पे sum of frequencies हमें चाहिए होता है. अगर आप frequencies का sum निकालोगे this will be 400. अब देखो हमारे पास mean का formula होता है a plus h u bar. U bar means it is sigma fi ui divided by sigma fi. So let us plug in the values. Assumed mean a है हमारा 57, h is 3, sigma fi ui is 25 and this is 400, right? तो इसको हम simplify कर लेते हैं. Like this will be 1, this would be 16. So we have 57 plus 3 by 16. 3 by 16 will be approximately 0.1875. So on adding we get 57.1875. Approximately बेशक आप ले सकते हो 57.19. Is it okay? This will be the mean number of mangoes kept in a packaging box. Now we come to section E. This section contains 3 case-based integrated units of assessment of 4 marks each, right? With subparts of 1, 1 and 2 marks each respectively. Look at question number 36. Your friend Abhijit wants to participate in a 200-meter race. He can currently run that distance in 51 seconds. With each day of practice, it takes him 2 seconds less. Alright. Now, he wants to do it in 31 seconds. Right now, he is taking 51 seconds to complete this 200-meter race. First part is write first 4 terms in AP for the given situation. Now, they are saying after each day, he is taking 2 seconds less. So, if for first day, like he is taking 51 seconds, then the second day, subsequent day, the time taken would be 2 seconds less, 49. Then third day it would be 47, and then the fourth day it would be 45 and so on. So you can see this is becoming an AP with first term as 51 and the common difference as minus 2. So the first 4 terms of AP would be 51, 49, 47, 45 and then remaining terms would be there. Now for the same question, the second part is what is the minimum number of days he needs to practice till his goal is achieved. Now what is the goal? He wants to do it in 31 seconds and he is starting with 51. Remember we had said this is AP 51, 49, 47 and so on. This is an AP with A as 51 and D as minus 2. So nth term he wants to do it in 31 seconds. So suppose he does it in n days. Alright. So if he is taking n days to achieve his goal, then that means on the nth day he completes the distance in 31 seconds. Now we apply the formula for nth term of AP, which is A plus n minus 1 into D. So an is 31, A is 51, n we want to obtain and common difference is negative 2. So transpose 51 on left hand side, minus 20 is equal to minus 2 times n minus 1. Divide both sides by minus 2, 10 is equal to n minus 1. This implies n is equal to 11. So that means it will take him 11 days to achieve his goal, minimum 11 days. या फिर इसका देखो और वाला पार्ट है, that is how many seconds it takes after the 5th day. So that means you have to obtain 6 term. After 5th day मतलब 6 term की बात हो रही है. So AP में 6 term का formula हो गया A plus 5D. So A is 51 plus 5 times minus 2. That means 51 minus 10. That means equal to 41. So how many seconds? 41 seconds he will take after 5th day. Alright. Then on the same case we have a third part also. Out of 41, 30, 37, 39, which term is not in AP of the above situation? Now what was the AP? Look here. It was 51, 49, 47, 45. Common difference was -2, right? So you can see all terms are odd. All terms are odd, right? So even term cannot be of AP. So here we are given one even term, that is 30. So that means 30 is not a term of this AP, all right, not a term of this AP, because in this AP we will have all odd terms. Now let's move on to question number 37. We are given Karan went to lab near his home for COVID-19 test along with his family members. The seats in the waiting area were as per norms of distancing during this pandemic, as shown in the figure. His family members took their seats surrounded by a red circular area. Now the first part is, what is the distance between Nina and Karan? So for that, suppose we denote Nina by N and Karan by K. So what are the coordinates of Nina? See, this is the starting point. So we can take this to be the origin, alright. So Nina is placed over here. This is N. So the coordinates are x is 3 and corresponding value of y is 6. So the coordinates will be 3, 6. And for Karan, now where is the Karan placed? Karan is placed here. So this is K, x is 6 and y is 5. So the coordinates are 6, 5. Now we need to obtain the distance. For that we use the distance formula, which is given by under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So suppose n is x1 y1 and k is x2 y2. So this will be 6 minus 3 square plus we have 5 minus 6 square. That means we have 3 square, which is 9, minus 1 square, which is 1. So the distance will be root 10. That is part 1. Now part 2 of the same condition is, what are the coordinates of seat of Akash? Let us denote him by A. So this is Akash. You can see x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is 3. So Akash has coordinates 2, 3. Now, or we can do the or part of the question, distance between Binu and Karan. So Binu you can denote by B, Karan by K. So the coordinates of Binu B. See, the x coordinate is 5 and y coordinate is 2. So B is given by 5, 2. And Karan we already said is given by 6, 5. Again we apply the distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So it is 6 minus 5 square plus 5 minus 2 square. This would be equal to 1 square, which is 1, 3 square, which is 9. So again this distance is under root of 10. Now based on the same situation, we have a third part. What will be the coordinates of a point exactly between Akash and Karan where a person can be? So see, Akash we can denote by A and Karan by K. So you can see this is Akash, this is point A and this is Karan. So we want to find, like this is AK, so you want to find the point which is exactly in between. In between midpoint, suppose M. Now you can see from the graph also, or you can do it by the formula also. Like coordinates of A, Akash are 2, 3, right? And for Karan the coordinates are K, that means 6, 5. We know that midpoint formula is given by x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So let us plug in the values. So midpoint would be 2 plus 6 by 2, 3 plus 5 by 2. So that means we get coordinates of midpoint as 8 by 2, that is 4, and again 8 by 2, that is 4. As you can see also, the midpoint here would be 4, 4, right? So these were the three parts of this case. Now let's have a look at one last question, that is question number 38. The houses of Ria and Sia are at 100 meters distance and the height of their houses is the same as approximately 150 meters. So you can see, suppose this is Ria's house and this is Sia's house. So the distance between their houses is 100 meters and height is 150 meters. One big tower was situated near their house. So this is the tower. Let us denote this tower by AB, right? This is the tower. Once both friends decided to measure the height of the tower, they measured the angle of elevation of the top of the tower from the roof of their houses. The angle of elevation of Ria's house to the tower and Sia's house to the tower are 45 degree and 30 degree respectively. So you can see from Ria's house the angle of elevation is 45, from Sia's house the angle of elevation is 30. First part is to find the height of the tower. Now total AB will be the height. Let me denote this point by C. Now you can see this distance CB will be 150 meters only, and we can assume, suppose AC to be h meters. So let AC be equal to h. Now the total height would be h plus 150, right? So we find h. Now for that, first of all, look at this triangle ACR. Let us assume that CR is x. So in this you can see this angle is 90 degree. So we can take tan 45 degree, which is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is AC and the base is CR. So that means we get 1 is equal to h over x. On cross multiplying we get x to be equal to h. So we have this one relation. Now look at the other right triangle, which is ACS, right? In this case the angle is 30 degree. So let us take tan 30 degree, again perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is AC and now the base will be CS. So tan 30 degree is 1 over root 3. AC is h only and CS, as you can see, would be x plus 100. Cross multiply, we get x plus 100 is equal to root 3 times h. Plug in the value of x over here. So h plus 100 is equal to root 3 times h. That means 100 is equal to root 3 h minus h. Take h common. So we have root 3 minus 1 times h. So the height would be given by 100 over root 3 minus 1. Now this you can simplify. For that you may rationalize it first. So if you multiply and divide by root 3 plus 1, h will be equal to 100 times root 3 plus 1, denominator a square minus b square, 3 minus 1 is 2, cancel out 2, it is 50. So the height is 50 times root 3 plus 1. Right? Either you can write like this or you can plug in the value, approximate value of root 3, that is 1.73 plus 1. Right? So h will be equal to 50 times 2.73. So this will come out to be approximately 136.5 meters. Now remember, we have to find the height of tower, that is AB. This is equal to h plus 150. So add 150 to this 136.5. So we get the height of the tower as 286.5 meters. Now second part of the same case is, what is the distance between the tower and house of Sia? So like this was Ria's house, this was Sia's house, this we had taken as A and this as B, right? So distance between tower and house of Sia. So this would be equal to, like this point is C. So this distance means we are talking about the horizontal distance. So that means you have to obtain CS. This we had taken as x. So CS is to be obtained, right? So CS, as you can see, would be equal to x plus 100. Now x was equal to h and h we have obtained as 136.5 meters. So let us plug in. So CS would be equal to 136.5 plus 100. That means it will be equal to 236.5 meters. So that is the horizontal distance they are talking about. See, this distance between tower and house of Sia. Moving on, let's have a look at the third part. Find the distance between top of tower and top of Sia's house. Now look here, this is S, this is A. So now we need to obtain this distance AS, right? Remember, this angle was 90, this point we had taken as C. Now this was X and this was AC, which we had taken as H. So we need to obtain AS. For that, in triangle ACS we can take sine 30 degree. Sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that means AC upon AS. So sine 30 is 1 by 2, ACH we have obtained as 136.5 and divided by AS. So AS will be equal to 2 times 136.5. Alright. So this will be equal to how much? You can calculate. So AS is coming out to be 273 meters. Alright. This will be the distance. Now OR part we obtain here. So OR part would be that find the distance between top of tower and top of Ria's house. So this was R. Now you need to obtain RA. For that, look at this triangle ACR. Alright. In this you can see that we can take sine 45 degree, which will be equal to perpendicular, that means AC upon hypotenuse, which is AR. Sine 45 degree is 1 by root 2. ACH, that was 136.5, alright, and divided by AR, which we want to obtain. Now let us cross multiply. So we have over here AR to be equal to root 2, whose approximate value can be taken as 1.414 times 136.5. So if you multiply, it will be approximately 193.01 meters. Alright. So that is the distance between top of tower and top of Ria's house. So I hope all your doubts are cleared in this question paper. Thank you.